everything else constant, the people who end up with very black names are treated very differently. We know that in the data, African Americans earn a lot less. And we're interested in how much of that earning less is simply because they find it harder to get a job, and are African Americans treated very differently in the labor market than whites.
Dr. Mullainathan conducted his own study, this time in Boston and Chicago.
What we did is we made up 5,000 resumes. Half of them we put an African American name, half of them we put a white name. Otherwise, the resumes were the same. And we sent them out. And then we said, which got called back more? And what we found was that the same resume, when it had an African American name, was about 33% less likely to get an interview than when it had a white name. It means that if a white person is searching for a job for 10 weeks, an equivalently skilled African American person would be searching for 15 weeks. And those are 5 long weeks if you're unemployed. The names we used in our study were names like Lakeisha, Jamal, Tyrone. Based on our results, it raises a question. I'm an African-American parent. I'm thinking of naming my child. Tyrone sounds like a very good name. I might have had a grandfather named Tyrone. Should I name my child Tyrone? Yes, naming your kid Tyrone, you have made it harder for them in the labor market. On the other hand, should you give in to that? Should I give in to the prevailing norms, or should I express my individuality as I want? It's a bit of an ethical quandary. You might choose a distinctly black name as a way to signal something about yourself and about your commitment to the black community. And that's a way to show other African Americans, look, I am really black. And I think the fact that there are distinctly black names already tells you that there is a cultural divide at some core, visible, noticeable level. And we see it sometimes in clothing, we see it in names. And in fact, it's true, there are quite a few distinctively white names like Emily, Brendan, I'm forgetting what those... You live in different cultures, and your name is largely determined by your culture. And the difference in the incidence of Lakeisha amongst African Americans versus whites might be a good way to understand how truly there are different cultures that African Americans inhabit and whites inhabit.